Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of CookieCast. Today on CookieCast, it's the Formula One podcast, straight to the apex. Join the boys talking Formula One. That's why you're here, that's why they're here, that's why we're all here. We are all here to enjoy fantastic podcasting from these guys, talking all about Formula One. Did I get it in enough that we're here for the Formula One? Yeah? Cool. Before we get started, please do like, share, subscribe and comment. Leave a review where you can leave a review. The biggest, the best, the baddest is share that podcast. If you think, do you know something? I know someone who likes the Formula One. This is absolutely the best podcast out there, Formula One or otherwise, so I'm going to send this their way. They're going to love it. You'll get a Christmas card. They'll be happy. We'll be happy. Happiness everywhere. Right, let's get started. Here we go. This is CookieCast. Straight to the apex.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. You've tuned into Straight to the Apex F1 motor racing and just general chit-chat podcasts. I'm your host this evening, or the leader. And I'm known as T-Dog or T-Dollar or T, however you like it. I'm joined by the usual suspects, and that is the one, the only. I think he's out.
Oh, the internet's gone already.
Cook. I think it's James, but his usual name, the pseudonym that he goes by, is Jimmy. How are you doing, Jimmy?
I'm good. I like it with milk and two, please.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm also joined by, and you've already heard his voice, the one and only guy. I don't know really much more to say about him. Rovers fan, keen runner, has the biggest telly out of us three, so therefore he's the alpha, and that is Mark. How are you, Mark?
I mean, I didn't know we measured tellies.
How big is your TV?
75. Oh, have we lost James? Or is he just stunned? I can't quite work out. Hello?
Hello? Is it Mark that's got the problems? He's back.
It's back. So, sorry, you kind of... I said 75 and then it just paused for dramatic effect. So, 75. Oh, it's froze again. Oh, no, he's just pulling a face. Sorry.
Big.
Why am I upset about that?
Big.
Some people are packing. What can I say?
Yeah, and some people are clearly overcompensating.
Wow.
Fucking lootly.
How are we feeling? How are we doing? Are we all right? If we had good weeks, few days off, yeah. I feel under the weather. I think I might be getting COVID again.
5.0?
Maybe. Whatever it is now, version 24.3. I don't know. Yeah, I just feel under the weather. I feel like I want to eat everything. I just feel like I want to sleep. I don't know.
I get like that when I've got a cold or something. I know when I'm getting to the back end of a cold because I just want to eat. And yeah.
At fair, I was put off a couple of meals like a few days ago. And then yesterday and today, I just want to eat everything in sight. Everything. And I've had about 2 naps today. I still feel knackered. And I'm like, ugh. I just feel, ugh. But, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, Azerbaijan, Baku.
Let James say it. Go on, let James say it. It makes my week. He told me to fuck off as well last week, which also made my week. I listened to the podcast this morning and it was like, fuck off. I was like, get in. Go on. Where was we? James?
Baku.
Oh, fuck off.
Rhymes with fuck you.
Interesting.
Azerbaijan.
Hours. It's a quick one here. There's always a windy one as well. And I said it, I called it. It's my turn to lead. So obviously it's going to be chaos. And it was. It was.
Quali was ridiculous. And I thought exactly the same thing. Tony's leading this week. He called it.
It's almost like I should lead every week. But we'll go there. We'll go there. Any news to start? Any news?
I've got 2 points. I've got one massive point, actually. Massive.
Really? I mean, that's why you've got a 75-inch TV, right?
Yeah, in his pants.
Correct. On Monday, Christian... I'd take an inch. On Monday... Oh, we've gone again. Good old internet. Hello. God, honestly. KCOM, if you're listening, you are shit. Hello. Hello. We actually went off. Then what the hell? We may have lost the first 5 minutes. What is going on?
This is incredible. Me and James could still communicate, but you had frozen and gone really digitized.
Welcome to KCOM Internet back in the 70s. I think I was sabotage. My massive news was Christian Horner officially left Red Bull on Monday. Officially.
He did. For a huge payout.
Well, on 3 different websites, I don't know if you guys have read it, I've got 3 different amounts what he got paid.
I mean, regardless of the amounts, I think they're all within the millions, right?
Well, the lowest is 52.
No.
52 million to be paid off.
Poor guy.
75 million was the next reported amount, and then it went as high as 80 million. Wow. So, mixed report, he accepted less money than he was entitled to, ensuring he's free to return to F1 by summer 2026. So apparently around 60 million is what his contract was worth. So he had 5 years left. If he took 80 million, then they overpaid him.
Mm-hmm.
But if they took the 52 million, it was a slight loss of money. I mean, my heart bleeds for him. £52 million to basically be sacked.
What a good guy. What a guy.
For being a sex pest. Allegedly. Allegedly.
That'll keep the house warm.
Yeah.
Jerry's got no chance now. I'm sorry, you've got absolutely zero chance now, James.
Oh,
sorry.
Jerry, it's all true. Take him for half. It's all good.
I think now is the right time for her to divorce him. He's just got let's say £52 million in his bank account. Now I'll divorce you, you cheating bastard.
Yep, there's 26 mil.
That's mine. That's mine. That's mine. The house is mine. The horses are mine. Bye bye. Bye bye. And then she comes running into James's arms.
She doesn't need the horses.
Are you the horse? Oh, we've gone again. I don't believe this.
You can keep the horse boot kind of thing, and the little whippy thing. We've lost him again.
Frozen again.
No, I'm back. This is ridiculous.
Am I the horse?
What's going on?
I
don't believe this. You need to get on the phone to KCOM. This isn't a good advert for KCOM. It's a terrible advert.
I've even turned my internet off on my phone, and I'm on the most stable. I'm not on 5G. I'm on simple internet that's more stable.
I think it's that 75-inch telly. It's probably absorbing it all, trying to download everything. All your Netflix programs and whatnot.
Luckily, it's turned off at the moment. I'll be honest. We only use that telly on special occasions.
I'm not surprised.
Normally we
I bet when you turn the fucking thing on, it's more electric than black.
It's like the Simpsons episode where Homer turns something on and the nuclear power plant has to, like, literally back everything. All the lights draining Branton, and then all of a sudden it comes back on.
I was going to say, Northern Grid's sitting there going, "Sir, it's happening again."
He's done it again. He's watching something on that telly. There we go. Done. Other than that...
So where's he going?
Well, don't know, but it's funny that he's rushed it through and he can work again in 2026. So,
I've read
Horner's got plans.
Multiple rumours. We mentioned it on the podcast last week. He may end up at a new team, but I've also screenshotted a story. I think it's going to happen to every team, to be honest, but Haas are in for him, are rumoured to be in for him.
I mean, really? Who wouldn't
Will
want
that
to get
happen? Unfortunately, so.
I can't see him getting much of a job on the production team there.
No.
Are you a loose woman? I'll see how loose you are. Come here, love.
Allegedly, people. Yeah, I agree with James. Who's going to want him? Because let's be honest, I don't really want to spoil the race, but if you haven't seen the result, then what have you been doing? They're doing better without him. They've sorted the car out. They're fast again. It's all about Adrian Newey, not Horner.
If it wasn't for Tsunoda's result, I'd just be like, no, I think it's just that this race has suited the Red Bull more and Max on it. But Tsunoda did well as well this week.
He did.
Shall we start off with free practice?
Well, I think James we might have some more news to talk about. I've got Alonso news, and I think James has got something else.
Go on then, James. Go on. What else have you got to say?
No, let's go with the Alonso news first, because mine is more in regards to said allegations against yourself and the outcome of my investigation of said allegations.
Oh, I want to wear this. Quickly, Alonso says it's very hard to retire at the end of 2026 if Aston Martin are not competitive next year. Says he's been chasing a competitive car for years, so if Aston Martin's good, it'll be easy to retire. But if it's bad, it'll be hard to retire.
Why's he Aston
Martin? Don't know. Anyway, that's fucking boring in comparison. James, did you have some news about an investigation into alleged internal affairs?
Yeah, as you may recall, on the last episode, we mentioned that I had received news from the FIA that there was a chance that certain predictions had been missed, even though predictions were given. So, to cover that, basically, the message was that Beth, the FIA, had sent a message to Tony with her predictions for the Miami race. I said I would look into it because Beth, rightly so, was concerned that she believes that she is owed 2 points, which would change the standings currently. So, I've now done my investigation.
Tony's looking worried.
And you know what's really good? I only did it today as well. But because I kind of do this shit all the time for my job, it doesn't take long.
Oh, well.
So, I will first of all go to Spotify, where you can find CookieCast and all of other CookieCast podcasts as well, such as the Football Podcast, The Darkest Timeline, Straight to the Apex, Getting Over. They're all there. But I will take you to the podcast from the 1st of May, which was season 4, episode 7. Now, if you was to go to 1 hour, 8 minutes and 27 seconds, we are discussing predictions. I have just made my predictions, recapped Charlie's predictions, and then followed it up with, how the fuck has she got 1 point? I don't know. Then the conversation goes like so.
Tony, have you got Beth?
No, I don't.
Oh. Well,
Did you hear that?
No, I don't was the word.
And the question beforehand was, Tony, have you got Beth's predictions?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have also messaged the FIA, said I will need some evidence to show that predictions was given. The FIA provided me with a screenshot of the WhatsApp chat, which I will now present to you as well.
Tony, you best not let me down here.
So as you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Max Lando Piastri.
Can you see the time?
14:45.
Can you see 2 blue ticks to mean that it has been received and read on WhatsApp?
Yes. Now, was this the Miami race?
This was the Miami race.
Because I have a gap in my book for the Miami race under Beth.
Yep. We've also got a recording of Tony saying, I don't have Beth's predictions. Beth's predictions was Max Lando Piastri. The results, I can't remember all of them, but Lando did come second. Meaning there are 2 points missing.
Oh.
But
we also have another race she's missing. Is that right? Austria?
Yes.
Yeah, but she's aware of that one.
All right, okay.
But this is when it gets interesting, because at this point I'm like, oh fuck, Tony's fucked up. Can you remember the date of the Miami Grand Prix?
No.
Doesn't matter if you don't.
No.
It was the 4th of May.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th. The episode of Straight to the Apex, Season 4, Episode 7, which would include our predictions for the Miami race, would have actually been broadcast on the 1st of May. Yeah?
No, we recorded on the 30th of April.
Yeah. But it went out on the 1st of May.
Right, yes.
Meaning we recorded it on the 30th of April. You're absolutely right, Mark. Well done. Have a toffee.
Thank you. Can I have a bonus point, please, FIA?
Just to go back to that screenshot from the FIA. Now, I covered this up a second ago. You can actually see the date that the message was sent. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! The message was sent on the 3rd of May. And Beth has even said, I sent it on the 3rd of May. I sent it on the 3rd of May. You did. But we'd already recorded it.
Yeah.
And you sent the predictions at 2:45 on Saturday, the 3rd of May.
Is that after qualifying? Or is Miami later?
I'm trying to remember. It will either be after. See if I can see.
I will be able to find it. Hang on. Tony. Well played, sir. I trusted you. I knew it.
I tried for everybody. I tried to help everyone. But now it's up to I don't know, anyone really.
What do you mean? It's up to what? What is there to do?
I mean, she gave the prediction before the race, but
after
quali.
we had recorded.
So, quali was on the 3rd of May at 9 o'clock on the night because it was Miami. So she did give the predictions before quali. However, as James rightly said, we record on a Wednesday. We used to record on a Tuesday. It's now a Wednesday, but we have recorded on a Wednesday for quite a while. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's 3 days late. We take the piss out of Tony for being late for this podcast every week. He's never 3 days late.
And we have a rule as well that predictions must be given on the episode prior to the race.
Tony. Never doubted you. Never doubted you. FIA really cheating.
But the outcome of this is it's not upheld. There's no point deductions to be given to Tony, and unfortunately, I can't give points.
I think this is almost as bad as Crashgate. I think an independent adjudicator needs to look and say, has Beth tried to cheat the system? And if so, severe penalties will need to be given out. She was quite happy to give them out last year. I mean, I'm talking, 27 points?
I mean, the way I look at it is you could give her them 2 points and still beat her, Mark.
No, she don't deserve them, because then we could all do that, couldn't we, on qualifying day? She's got the practice data in hand from the Friday,
which she studies heavily.
Well, you're Mr. Practice, so obviously that's been passed along. This isn't the last we've heard of this FIA.
No, this is bigger than Horner's messages. This is.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit worried myself.
Yeah.
That the FIA may look into going, hang on, James. We never brought in a rule about predictions have to be done on the said recording.
It's all.
That is kind of the rule, and I want to say it was the FIA that actually turned around and said there should be points deductions if predictions aren't given in a timely fashion. I could be wrong on that one, but
when we haven't recorded and we've put predictions in the group, it's always been before quali, hasn't it? Or it's always been before at least one practice session or two. Not after all three. Nah, that's like me.
And it was a sprint weekend.
Oh, well. Nah. That's like me going to Beverly Races and saying, right, hang on, I'll put a bet on when they're 3/4 of the way around the track.
I've got an idea. I think everybody in the league should vote yes 2 points or no.
Point deduction. That's a fair offer here.
Or points deduction.
Yeah. Yes 2 points, no 2 points, point deduction.
We know how this is kind of going to go.
Point deduction.
Yeah, you're going to go straight for that straight away because you want to extend your lead.
I want to take 28 points off her.
But me and Tony are going to go for the complete opposite. One of us is going to go, give her the 2 points, it's fine. The other one's going to be like, no, let's just leave it as even because that's what it should be. And then you're just like, no, take them. Fucking take them.
But there's five of us in the league. There's 3 options. If only one person goes for points deduction, that's not going to win, is it? So
Andy, as our Lord and Saviour, gets 2 votes.
Ooh.
That would put the cat amongst the pigeons.
That almost sounds like the same kind of rules that Donald Trump might bring in for like a third.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So let's talk about practice,
Jesus
Tony.
Christ.
Let's talk about practice quickly.
Yeah, let's think about that, and we'll come to a conclusion at the end of how to decide. Practice. Lando Norris topped FP1. It was interrupted by debris. Baku is one of the windiest cities in the world. And again, this showed throughout the weekend. We had a lot of people going off in the runoff. We had a lot of people hitting the barriers. FP2 saw Lewis going the quickest. But again, Norris was close to the top. Verstappen in FP3 looked very good. But again, hampered by things falling off Williams, people getting in the way of other people in other cars. So it was a very chaotic practice, but not as chaotic as qualifying. Has anybody got anything else before we go to qualifying?
No.
Qualifying was the first F1 weekend to have 6 red flags in qualifying. I think a lot came in FP1. Can anybody tell me who got the red flags in Q1?
Albon.
Yep. Ocon.
Berg.
Yep.
Colapinto.
Very true.
Gasly went off, and then Colapinto crashed at the same corner. The Alpines decided to meet at the same corner, and it was kind of both of them. Yeah, was that it? Was it only 3 red flags in Q1?
I think so, because then we had that was it. We had a Behrman that smashed against the smashed up against the wall again, completely bent his fucking
Was that when Leclerc went off as well?
No,
Leclerc went off in Q3.
I know that the outcome of Q1 was pretty much everyone who went into Q2 just didn't crash.
Yeah.
Because bottom 5 all just fucked up the cars. It's like, well, we don't need to see who's got the fastest lap anymore. It's like, fuck it.
I liked what Mark said. No one could get in a rhythm because of the stop-start, so I just went out and smashed the lap in.
Yeah. Q2, Lewis Hamilton didn't make it out, which was sad. Q3, was when it started to rain a little bit, and we had Sainz and Liam Lawson smash a lap out. And then it rained a little bit, and Leclerc had gone straight into the barrier, followed by Piastri, which was probably the biggest talking point of the weekend up till then. Usually, Mr. Cool.
Look how smug James is. Look at him smirking.
It was great. Fucking whiny little bitch.
It was great, and that led to basically Max Verstappen then pulled out an absolute hell of a lap, and you've got to hand it to him. When Norris was pulling up short with P7, Yuki outperforming Lando Norris, George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, Liam Lawson hanging on and outperforming. Carlos Sainz hang on to P2. Lando Norris was nowhere to be seen. And that pretty much was quali. Max, Sainz, Lawson, Antonelli, Russell, Tsunoda. Norris had Jar, Piastri, Leclerc. Any thoughts on qualifying?
I think the comment of, and I'm going to put this towards the race as well, of Norris was nowhere to be seen, is a bit harsh.
Why?
If you are the only other driver for the leading constructor, you need to get points for the Constructors' Championship, but you've also got the opportunity to close that gap between you and the current, driver. I'd want to take it a little bit easy. Genuinely would, because it's like, you know what? Any points is good. And it was a greasy track. It was windy. Fucking 6 red flags in qualify. It's not even an hour. It takes an hour to watch, and that's with adverts and all the other shit in between. So it's not even an hour of driving.
No, well, it went on for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he kind of focuses, just fucking get to the end. Like you said about Verstappen, he was just like, I'm just going to go out, smash a lap in, and then I'm not going to fucking bother. That's how Q3 should have been. As soon as there were signs of rain, it should have been that kind of get out, get a fucking lap done, because once the rain starts, you're going out on wets or inters, and you're not going to get a good speed. Which is why Albon smashing it out at the start. Sorry, Sainz smashing one out. You knew he was going to be good.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
But I also think that kind of was the issue with the qualifying, because he was just kind of taking it that a little bit easy, just so that he could actually make sure he gets a position in the grid.
I agree. Yeah, in quali, I agree with in quali, definitely. The race is another story, but we won't.
The race,
yeah.
Jesus. He got treated the same as some young fucking apprentice female in the Red Bull track when Christian Horner was working there.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
I totally agree with it. Basically, quali, it's greasy. Just get it somewhere within that top 10. He probably thought, do you know what? 4th or 5th will do. And it's so tight in quali that 10th or 1000th is 7th. So, yeah, the criticism of him was harsh on Saturday because, like you say, I think the constructors thing don't come into it though, because they've got such a big lead. Does it really matter if neither of them scored this weekend? Probably not.
No, and I agree with that, Mark. But you make a valid point, James and Mark. There was 1.2 seconds from 1 to 8, and around a track like Baku, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty insane. And I think as well, second point, I think we've lived through a generation of races. There's just one guy that's the quickest. We're always super focusing on one guy to dominate. Because we've been fortunate enough to have these types of drivers like a Max Verstappen, like a Lewis Hamilton, that there's just one driver that dominates every track, regardless of the conditions, regardless of what's happening around. And I think you kind of expect you expect Lando Norris, but I think you wrongly expect that, because, and this track proves it, P7. And if you watch his lap, he's absolutely gunning it. And you'd think, if you were just watching that lap alone, you'd think, Jesus Christ, this is P1. Like, this is quick. He's really risking. He's throwing everything at it. But it was still just over 1 second from pole. Like, it seems a lot, but then it's actually only a second. Like, that's nothing. So the margins are so small. You've kind of got to give Lando Norris a bit of slack, haven't you?
Yeah.
But that gives opportunity for cars like Carlos Sainz and Liam Lawson. Carlos Sainz, okay, yes. Liam Lawson.
Fair play to him. Like you say, Sainz and Lawson. Like Tsunoda, like James said, Tsunoda 6th. Fair play to him. Hadjar 8th. Like, I was quite glad Sainz got on second, because like everyone's talking about at the beginning of the season how good Albon was, and so Sainz just isn't getting to grips with this Williams. We've got to grips with it now, and over the last 4 or 5 races, he's outperformed him. So fair play to Sainz. Like say, Lawson's had a lot of shit this season and last season. He's not a likeable guy, but he stuck it fed.
True.
Yeah.
True. Well, before we get on the race, should we end it there?
Yeah.
Take a little break, come back, go through the whole race, because obviously the talking point of the weekend happened in the race, and go through predictions and look forward to the next race, while also talking a little bit about Rovers, which we could do now, to be honest, with 2 minutes left.
Could do.
We're in the semi-final. We've got a home draw. We could play, is it Leeds, Wakefield, or St Helens?
Yeah, the only thing people we can't play is Lee and Wigan. Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I honestly think there's a banana skin of Leeds Rhinos here. Because we've lost twice and beat them once very closely?
Only just, yeah. Yeah.
We have, but we've been playing in a position where we're the league leaders. We're top of the table. We've been top of the table since round 4.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure. Whereas because everyone's like, oh, they're struggling at the moment, there's fatigue, there's this, there's that. You might as well be looking at it as you're going into the playoffs as one of the underdogs. And sometimes that kind of helps because it relieves the pressure. And we're going to have, a lot of players coming back, a lot of strength coming back into the pack. You know what, lads? Sling the fucking ball around, have a laugh, just enjoy it.
You had something to lose with the League Leaders Shield, and that pressure told. But last Thursday was more like a playoff game, and the end.
I tuned in and couldn't believe the nerves. I could feel the nerves from my TV screen in my house. It was quiet.
Mate, I got 3 notifications from my watch in the first half saying, whatever you're doing, stop it, basically, because your heart rate is way too high. It was around 137 to 145 for pretty much all of that first half.
Right, I think we're going to get cut off.
See you on the other side.
Come here!
Hey, you. Yeah, you that's listening right now. Thanks very much for tuning into this episode of Straight to the Apex, the Formula 1 podcast from CookieCast. If you're enjoying this episode, why not like, share and subscribe? Whilst you're there, feel free to check out some of the other podcasts that CookieCast has to offer. If you like football, we've got a football podcast. NFL more your thing? Then the Laces Out podcast is for you. Maybe even a little bit of the wrestling. Just look for the Getting Over podcast on CookieCast. Maybe you want to listen to Andy's Darkest Timeline. It's there too. So, the F1 boys have probably got themselves a drink. It's time to get back to the action.
Welcome back to episode 18 of Straight to the Apex, F1 and Motorsport and Chit Chat podcast with me, Tony, Jimmy and Mark. We just kind of finished practice and quali. We've moved on to the race, but we were chatting a little bit about the Hull Kingston Rovers rugby league team making the semi-finals, lifting the league leaders' shield. Will they get the 3-peat, the Grand Slam? I'm not sure. I'm very pessimistic. It's a semi and a final. I'm nervous. Very nervous. What about you guys? Do you think we're making the final? Do you think we're going to win it?
Do you know what? For me, I think the pressure's off. We've won. They wanted to win a trophy this year. We've won 2. Last year we got to the grand final. It was amazing. Yeah, we lost. Yeah, it was shit weather. It was Manchester. But do you know what? The whole pressure of this season was to get a trophy. We'd been to 2 Challenge Cup finals and lost. We got 2-on. We won it in the last second. We won like James said, we was top from week 4. We had 6-point lead, 8-point lead, 4-point lead, pretty much all season. To me, just like James said, go out, throw the ball about. If you win, you win. You lose, you lose. I'd love to win it. If we get leads in the semis, have we learned from losing to them? Hopefully. I just want to get back. If we get back to the grand final, I think we'll win it because I think we've got a score to settle because we will be playing Wigan. If we lose in the semi, great. Dust down, start again next year. For me.
I'm happy either way. For me, I know everyone jokes and they say the League Leaders Shield is the hubcap. But to me, to win the League Leaders Shield, you've got to be top of the table. We wasn't just top of the table. We owned the fucking thing. We genuinely did. We got there in week 4. And the reason we got there in week 4 wasn't because, we started off shit. Obviously, it's in a certain order and you work your way up. And then we didn't move from that spot. We stayed there. We did the Challenge Cup. We went through all of that, everything else. Granted, maybe a bit of fatigue towards the end, but the way I said it on Thursday was, yes, we looked tired. Yes, we weren't great all the time. But as soon as there was that little sniff of an opportunity, they was on it. We was looking tight in the second half, and then there was that try by Arthur Morg. And then Tyrone May as well. They just mustered that from nowhere.
I'm sick of people round us moaning about Tyrone May. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players, if not the best player for us, in my opinion.
Yep. I keep saying, granted, when he has a bad game, it's a bad game.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
People saying, that was the best game he's had all season. And everyone seems to forget that it was Tyrone May that kicked the ball in the Challenge Cup final that just landed perfectly for Davies just to go, oh.
Yeah.
He's just got the moments that very, very, very few players have.
Yeah,
and it's that world-class moments.
It's the run. It's the runs he does where even he doesn't know what he's going to do. So how the hell do a defense know what he's going to do?
And he makes that right decision at the last second, in the right moment, at the moment. And he did it in the Challenge Cup, and he's done it a few times this season.
Like James said, when he's having a bad game, that decision will go wrong. He'll go around in a circle and he'll get tackled, or his kick will go out, or it'll be a shit kick. But he's a halfback that tackled. Mark Sneed literally hid on the wing all game. In defence, he hid on the wing. He can't tackle. He's got a fucking amazing kicking game, but he can't tackle. Tyrone and Mikey both tackle. They stay within 3 or 4 in their positions. Yes, we did look tired, but they looked more tired. And I think our fitness shows. I just think, honestly, we've had our foot off the gas. I think we've just been in games and we're like, do you know what? Let's just cruise. Because for 10 minutes against Warrington, they turned it on. Like, say, Morg ran through, May did what he does. They turn it on when they need to. That was a playoff game on Thursday night, and we won it. So if we go into that playoff like that, I'm confident. I'll back Willie Peters and his coaching staff know that what they're doing. I'll back them. So
I think you're right. They're going into this. They've got nothing to lose now. That kind. And I said for most of the back end of the season, when Charlie's been like, what if they get to that? And I'm like, I don't care. I want the league leaders.
Yeah. Most consistent team over 27 rounds.
Yeah. In every interview, most interviews I've seen this season, post-match, Rovers player, they always mention the grand final. That's the one we want. We want to win the grand final. We want to do it was, let's win a trophy, which they've done. And now it's, we want to win the final. We want to win the final. We want to get to the final.
They always say as well, to win the grand final, you've got to lose.
Exactly.
You got to lose your You got to lose your
And
first one.
I said that's why in my opinion, it was so important to get to the grand final last season, because getting there was an incredible achievement. And I don't think there was no Rovers fan that was walking around Old Trafford that was lucky enough to go and pinching themselves thinking, fucking hell, we're here. Fucking hell, we're here. Because I'm telling you now, there's been years where I used to watch it on TV, and it was unimaginable that Rovers would get there. Unimaginable. There's Rovers would never get there. Honest, they'd never get there.
No.
And they've lost.
You know what?
They've learned how to lose. So this time, it's all for them.
And you know what? While we're talking about, I know it's a Formula One podcast and we're talking about rugby league, but I've got an interesting point here. Andy, when you're listening to this, mate, maybe you should think about a rugby league podcast kind of thing, because I just suddenly realised you live in an area where there is a rugby league club who may also get the opportunity to come into Super League next year should the expansion kick in.
Yeah.
And it would be an interesting chat with Andy. Just like, what do you think about your local club?
Yeah, good shout. Good shout. I mean, there is a whole KR podcast, but hey, we can talk rugby league and Hull KR.
We can talk rugby league.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we bring it back to
what we should be talking about?
What we should be talking about? In motorsport, in motors in general, I waved goodbye to my car today, guys, and I now have the pleasure of owning a vehicle with an engine in that has a gearbox, and you fill it with carbon fossil fuels.
You've gone what? You've ditched so you've had a Tesla and a Merc all electric. What have you gone for?
I've moved from my original place of work where I have the benefit of being able to have them cars. Now I've stepped out of it. I am now back to the very, very basics, guys. I've started again. This is the Tony Rawson's motoring journey.
Please say it's a Robin Reliant.
It's close. It's very fucking close.
Is it a Vauxhall Corsa?
4 wheels. It's
Vauxhall Corsa.
No.
Cinquecento.
No, but you're close with the Ford.
Peugeot.
No, it's Ford.
It's Ford. Escort.
No.
Sierra Sapphire.
No.
Focus.
No.
Cougar, because that's what you want to get into.
No.
A
But I'm
cat.
scared to see how your mind works.
A cat.
What's wrong with a cougar? Jerry's almost a cougar.
Oh, I knew it'd go to Jerry. Ford. Go on, don't know.
It is.
If it's a Ranger, I'm going to be pissed off.
Let's make sure I get this right, guys. It is.
When you drive the car and you don't know what it is.
Tony's motoring journey. Doesn't know what he's driving.
4 wheels.
It is a Ford
Well done.
Transit Connect.
What?
Van.
You've got a transit van. Are you a white van man?
Hang on. When you said you got a new job, is it window cleaner?
No.
Handyman?
No.
It's the B for boss. It's the B for boss, surely.
It's the East Riding boss. No, absolutely not. Yeah, I've got a van. I've got a white van.
Oh, you're a knob.
It's
you are a knob.
1.2 diesel. So this is a shameless plug on here. If you need anything moving, give me a call. Get in touch with the podcast. Comment below, and I'll come and move whatever you need. It's only a Transit Connect. It's pretty much a caddy. It's very small.
So what is it? A Ford Transit Connect?
You
I
type
want to
in
Google
Ford
this shit.
caddy.
I want to Google this
Are
shit.
you suddenly thinking, what have I got in my garage that I need to get to the tip?
Ford.
Like,
I've got the certificates, guys. I've got them. So give me a bell.
What is it?
take them.
Ford Transit.
Just put Ford caddy, and then it's literally third across, white. Instead of Trotter's Trading Co., I'm going to get Rawson's Trading Co. across the side.
So to go from a Merc to that, what is the Rawson journey feel like?
It's horrific. It's horrific. I can still do manual, thank God, but it's hard. It's really hard. You have to think when you drive. The seats aren't heated. It doesn't tell you what the temperature is outside or inside. There is no HD LCD screen. It's just numbers. It's just numbers and letters. Yeah, it's got 5 gears.
Wow. I mean, fucking revelation.
Well, 6, sorry, if you count reverse. But it's something I'm getting used to. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
This is a talking point for the Andy Tony podcast. Tony's motoring journey from Merc to Ford Transit van, mini Ford Transit van.
Yeah, we're not. No, we're not. Yeah, we're not full transit wanker just yet.
You're not full tranny yet.
Not yet.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well,
the race, Baku, Azerbaijan. So straight away from the start, it looked pretty good on TV. Amazing. Everyone got away, but no, they didn't. Oscar Piastri jumped the start, then anti-stalled, which also led to Alonso jumping the start. So Oscar Piastri went straight to the back. As the race carried on, you were watching it on TV, you're thinking, oh, it's pretty clean, everyone's going through. And then suddenly the camera cuts back to Oscar Piastri in the barrier. Oh my God. What is going on? What was your thoughts, guys?
I was devastated. When the radio came on and he said, I'm okay. Devastated.
So uncharacteristic of him, to be fair.
Is it though?
Well,
This is what was winding me up on the right. Here's James's corner.
Here we go. Piastri whining bitch.
He's so cool and calm and collected. Oh, he never fails under pressure. And I just went, he hasn't been under fucking pressure.
No,
it must be so difficult when you're always on the first or second fucking position. But as soon as he's not on that front row, he fucks it. And he gets in his own head because he jumped the start, then he stalled the car 3 fucking times. Mate, Lance Stroll can start a car better than you. That he got in his own head, he got wound up, and he hits a wall. And then he spends the rest of the race sulking. I'm half surprised that he didn't go on the radio straight away and go, guys, if you think me crashing into the wall was a bit unfair, maybe you should swap me and Norris around. Fucking wanker, whiny little bitch. Sit down, shut the fuck up. Let the big boys drive.
Sorry. Mark, what was your opinion on this?
Well, it wasn't that, but I
mean, very few people would have that approach, I feel.
Yeah. I totally get James's point, actually. He made a really good point. The kid hasn't been under pressure yet. He cocked up quali, So he was already on the back foot for Sunday. He then stalled it. Oh, he jumped the start, sorry. Then stalled it. Then went to the back of the grid. And then I think he thought, right, I need to make places up here. Panicked and just
Blazer on the
into the wall.
outside.
Yeah. I mean, the quali one, he just went into the corner too quick and crashed. So the race, I think he was flustered. He was under pressure and stupid. I mean, Baku, really, all he needed to do was get onto that big straight and fucking breeze by about 4 cars and just do that lap after lap after lap. And
He'd have never got the win. He'd have got into the top 10.
Yeah, easy. So he'd have got some good points. Like I say, Lando wasn't that far up, so he wouldn't have lost that many points. What I will say is, I think this is playing into Max Verstappen coming from behind and winning the title.
Yes, I agree. Vettel did something very similar in his Red Bull in previous years. He did go on a run of a lot of wins. Also, what I've seen is Lewis Hamilton did it 4 times in a row. Michael Schumacher did it 4 times in a row. And somebody else did it 4 times in a row as well, but I can't remember who it was. It might be Fangio or somebody else like that. Yeah, I think he could. I actually really believe he could. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, is that in a weird way, I would kind of like to see him do that.
Do you know what? I want him to.
And that could be a full circle moment for me, and I think a lot of fucking F1 fans out there.
No.
No.
This guy,
He did it
Mr.
last
Grumpy,
year.
speak to us.
He did it last year. Last year, he didn't have the greatest of seasons, and then he really brought it back towards the end. And we all said, you know what, fair play, and I'm really glad because that shows you can drive a car.
Yeah, but he was always, I think he was the favourite from the start.
Well, yeah, don't get me wrong, the damage was pretty much done at the start when he was having like the 28 fucking second lead races and stuff like that. But I think it's still too early.
Oh, I do.
I mean,
yeah.
Last week was an obvious one because that was a case of the McLarens weren't built for that track. They weren't built for that type of downforce. There is going to be a couple more races where it's going to be similar, but I think with that one, Max just did his typical. He managed to smash one out in quali, which wasn't the greatest of qualis.
No,
we all said it. It was effectively a clusterfuck, and Max just said, "You know what? I'm just going to go out, get a fucking lap done, and I'm not going out into that shit again. Fuck that." And it was the right call to make. But for most of that race, he couldn't shake signs.
Well, by lap 6, he was 1.5 seconds in front. By lap 10, he was 2.1, and then 7 seconds by lap 23. So yes, Sainz stayed with him. To be fair,
it was only towards the end, really, where he really started to push that lead out. But was that a case of he was going careful, saving the battery, saving the tyres and stuff like that, and then he was just towards the end, he just thought, right, you know what, I can push it now. Maybe, but I think it's still early days.
100%.
You got to remember, he has to win every race, and I think sprint races as well.
Yeah. But I think because McLaren, well, we know your feelings on Piastri. I think we're quite whiny little bitch. There we go. I think although we give Norris benefit of the doubt in quali, I think in the race he bottled it. If he only turned it on with about 2 laps to go to try and get past Hadjar and Tsunoda, sorry. It was like, come on, mate, you could really put a din in that lead that Piastri's got. You've got a fast car. All right, it's not as fast as it was on other tracks. But again, bide your time, get on that straight, draft him, get past him, job's a good one, move up. He could have put a serious dint, and then I thought, do you know what? Norris has got the balls. He just literally stayed behind him. And then on the last couple of laps, he was like, oh, hang on a minute, shit. And it was too late.
But again, it's that same kind of, I'm only on the track. Forget about, let me just make sure we get some points for the constructors. It's that kind of, for God's sake, let me just finish. Any points I get closes the gap. Now, there was a lot of DRS trains, and we know that because he got stuck in most of them. And then his pit stop fucked him. He got royally fucked. They even said if it weren't for that pit stop, he would have come out 5th. So he would have been in front of Lawson and Tsunoda. He probably could have got a push. Would he have got a podium? Maybe, but you're talking 3rd. He might have got 4th. But what I'm going to say, that pit stop, same gunman. I wanted to find some. I was hoping someone was going to make some kind of meme where they got like the Scooby-Doo kind of gang, and they went up to the pit stop crew man. Let's see who this pit gunman really is, and they just rip it off, and it's Oscar Piastri going, "Yeah, and I'd have got away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids." But no one fucking thought of it.
No, you can't blame him. He was on a deck chair watching the race from behind a cage.
Yeah, sulking like a little bitch.
Why did he do that? Why didn't he make his way back? Could he make his way back? I don't understand that.
He was on the wrong side of the circuit, so he couldn't get back. Because it's a street circuit, there's no tunnels or bridges, so he couldn't get back.
Right.
What I found, because I'd just gone in the kitchen. I thought, right, he's not going to pit on this lap. I'm just going to go check on the chicken head in the oven. And straight away, I just hear Charlie going, oh, they've fucked his pit. They've fucked his... So I come in and I'm like, was it the left gunman?
No.
And she went, no, it was the right. But track's reversed there.
Yeah.
They normally come in that way. But at Baku, they come in
that way.
So who would normally be on the left is on the right. So is that the same gun person?
Well, Detective James, potentially.
He's on the case. Yeah.
Potentially.
That will be this week's investigation after the allegations from Beth and the FIA. This is my next investigation. Lando.
I just think you're wasted where you are right now, James, and you should be a detective constable.
You are like Murder, She Wrote, the modern day version.
That's not hard.
Sherlock.
That's straight line and
Sherlock Jimmy.
Every time McLaren's had a fucked up pit stop, be it for Lando or Piastri, it's always been the front left.
Yeah.
James Creek. Poirot. I can't think of any more. Yeah, well, that happened, by the way, if you're still listening. And then there was also a Hulkenberg tussle with I know with Ocon, which was pretty uneventful, but it happened. Alonso got a penalty. I thought that was harsh.
Yeah, he jumped at the start. It was Piastri's fault, the one a little bitch. But Alonso just reacted to Piastri, didn't he? So,
and this is something else I wanted to ask as well, and I just remembered with you saying that. What's going to happen with Piastri?
Well, that is a good because he didn't serve his penalty,
and they couldn't give him his penalty.
Nope.
Now
I think it'll go to the next race.
No, it's not. It's not
a good penalty.
No,
for the next race because he couldn't serve his penalty in that race.
It doesn't carry over because I think I looked into this as well. It doesn't carry over.
I thought it did if they couldn't serve it.
Christian Horner. He'd find some loophole and just.
Oh, he'd be all over it. He'd be all over it.
He'd also just get disqualified from the fucking championship.
Where did I read it? Yeah. I've read it somewhere, but I can't. But I'm sure he doesn't
carry it over. But
that's wrong, really. That's wrong, really. It's, in the race, you'd be done for that, and it's their fault that he crashed. So,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, a bit of luck there, shall we say.
Yeah.
What else happened in the race? Anything else, guys? Can you give me anything else?
Russell moaning. Obviously, he went very well on Saturday. Didn't do any press after the race. Quali. Straight into kept away from all the other drivers. Didn't go to the driving briefing. Said he had COVID. And then Max went head to head. Kimi forced him off, and he lost a place. And Russell would just swore and kind of had a go. Then the team pitted Kimi to get him out of the way, and it was all a bit of a mess for Mercedes.
It's quite on the Russell front, isn't it?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Not much has been said about Russell. I've got a feeling he might not be at Merck for long.
I was going to say, I saw something earlier where something saying Red Bull sniffing around him.
Really? What's the partner Max?
No, because I think Mercedes want Max. I think Toto really wants Max Verstappen. Really badly.
Like I said about Christian Horner, who wouldn't want him? If you can fucking get him.
He is the best driver there.
Oh, without a shadow. Do you know what? He's head and shoulders above them all. He really is. He's a class. He's a class above.
Get him in your team. You basically you've got one of the best chances to win a championship, haven't you?
Yeah.
And it'd make complete sense for Toto, wouldn't it? You own half the team. You manage it. You've managed it for so long. Just get him in. Bite the bullet. Get him in.
Yeah.
Get Horner's barrier of Horner has gone now, and it'd be great to get him in because it'd be a good one to get over Horner as well. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what happens to that. The only other thing I've got is Albon going straight into the back of, is it Colapinto?
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit crazy. After that, I can't really think of anything else.
There were Norris's pit stop opposite, which we've already kind of covered. Hamilton right at the end.
Yeah. It was a late call, wasn't it? Really, because he did slow up. Like people were saying, bloody Hamilton. But
well, Hamilton put a post up. I think it was the very next day. It might have even been on Sunday late on, but I saw it anyway. And he said, "Yeah, look, what happened between me and Charles wasn't great. It was a very late call. It was on the last straight. They made the call, but obviously I was zoned in on the car. I was already going. I did let off and I did brake. But unfortunately Charles fell short by a couple of tenths. But then he also said, I will apologise, Charles, absolutely. But at the end of the day, it was only 8th and 9th.
And that's what Charles said. I'm not getting angry because it was 9th to 8th. He said, it is what it is.
But Hamilton did break down a fair bit as well because he had something like a 2-second lead on Leclerc. And Leclerc only came, was it 2 or 3 tenths behind eventually? So he did close up, but I don't think he could do much more than that because otherwise he'd risk himself being overtaken by, I can't remember who it was behind Leclerc.
Hadjar.
I wouldn't be surprised if Leclerc backed off himself a little bit as if to say, I really aren't that arsed. It's not like either of them in the championship, is it?
No.
Hamilton was on better tyres.
But
yeah, it was the right call to reverse them the other way because Hamilton was on newer tyres, faster tyres, and he was going at a rate of knots. Leclerc was going nowhere. But really, they didn't need to reverse it back because, like I say, they're not going for championships. It's not like it's a podium. It's 8th and 9th.
Yeah, it makes no difference to the constructors or anything.
No.
So, I think the last thing to say is Carlos Sainz gets a podium for Williams.
Yep.
They're over 100 points for the first time in 10 years. What a lucky guy, in my opinion. Gutted for Albon because he's been there for so long and hasn't got a podium, but Sainz has nailed it. Yeah. Unbelievable. Any comments on that? I think it's James Vowell's first podium as a team principal as well.
Nice.
So that's kudos to him. So yeah, it finished as Max Verstappen first, Russell second, Sainz third, Antonelli fourth, Lawson fifth, Tsunoda sixth, Norris seventh, Hamilton eighth, Leclerc ninth, Hadjar 10th, Albon, Bortoleto, Behrman, Ocon, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Gasly, Colapinto, and Piastri. That gives us the Drivers' Championship of Oscar Piastri on 324, Lando Norris on 299, Max Verstappen on 255, Russell 212, Leclerc 165, Hamilton 121, Antonelli 78, Albon 70, Hadjar 39, and Hulkenberg 37. So there's still a lot of work to do. Max Verstappen is roughly 70, 80 points away?
69 points behind Piastri, and I think it's 44 behind Norris.
So still a big gap. It's 25 Piastri Norris. That's doable. 40 odd is still quite a big gap, but if that Red Bull's, they've got a new floor on the Red Bull and they've unlocked something. The last two races, it's been back to Red Bull dominating. So Singapore's not a favourite track of theirs, though. So if the win there, it could be on. If he's not even on the podium and the McLarens are 1-2, then it's probably done for. It's probably that tight, innit? One race could define it over the next 2 or 3.
I agree. I think it's just a bit too far behind, unfortunately. But I'd love to see him win it. And I don't want to see Oscar Piastri win it. Lando Norris just hasn't got the mettle to do it. So, yeah. Predictions, please, James.
Well, we pretty much all did shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're Mark.
Why did he put Max to win?
Max to win. So Mark got 3 points because he had Max, Norris, Piastri. So he's gone 32 to 35. I went Piastri, Norris, Max. So I got 23 and 23. You went Norris, Piastri, Max. So you got 22 and 22. Charlie went Norris, Piastri, Russell. So very nearly got a point. And Beth went Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, going from 28 to 28. Host goes first.
Predictions. I'm just going to stick to what I always say because I know as soon as I change my mind, it will come in. So I'm going to go Norris, Piastri, Verstappen. Although I do think Max Verstappen will probably win and keep the title race alive. But that's just my opinion. That's just my picks. James, go next for me, please.
So I've noticed that in the last 2 races, I've put Piastri to win because I decided I wanted to be sensible. And since I've done that, the whiny little bitch has either crashed into walls or just gone somewhere and started sulking.
And you did say that. You said you was bad luck for him. So you said you're going to continue it. That's what your words were last week.
Oh, yeah. The first race, he kind of struggled a little bit. Second race, he crashed. Third race, I don't know, season-ending injury. Fuck it. Look, I'm not asking for like an internal decapitation.
Only season ending. That's not bad.
a season-ending injury. He won't be able to drive for the rest of this season. He'll be back next year. So I've gone Piastri for the win. Norris second and Max third. Fuck you, Piastri.
Wow.
Mark.
So I have gone a very un-Red Bull winning track. Max Verstappen to win. I've gone Lando Norris second. And I've got Charles Leclerc getting a podium third. Good Ferrari track. Leclerc's good round Singapore. I'm good. I've got a bit of a lead now. I'm taking gambles. I'm going for it.
Well, this is interesting because Beth's gone Lando Norris for the win. Charles Leclerc second. And Max Verstappen third. So, tasty picks. Tasty picks.
Well, I've got Charlie's here. So Charlie has gone Norris for the win.
Oh,
Piastri second.
fucking hell.
Third.
Who's third?
Leclerc.
Just repeat them again for me. I was...
Norris, Piastri, Leclerc.
Well, there goes my Leclerc third if Charlie's picked him.
I'm never gonna get 7 points from these fucking three idiots.
I don't get why she's so...
I don't.
She's the fucking guru.
Clearly not.
I think week in, week out, the guru takes the fucking piss. That's what I do. I think.
I think she just magic 8 balls it.
Yeah. ChatGPT. Then again, ChatGPT did say that Lance Stroll was a good driver. So
I mean, it put Stroll up top.
It gave us 16 reasons, didn't it?
all were bullshit.
Yeah, when you
You might as well have said ChatGPT. Give me 16 reasons why Christian Horner's a faithful husband.
Give me 16 reasons why a Ford Caddy is a good vehicle to have.
Yeah. Anyway, less than a minute.
You've been listening or watching Straight to the Apex F1 Motorsport and Chit Chat podcast. I've been your host, Tony, Mark, and James. Thank you. Andy, thank you. Listen to the next one. It's Singapore. It's always a good one. I won't be hosting, so it might be boring. I don't know, but we'll have to tune in. It's heating up. The season is heating up. Let's see. And Go Rovers as well. We might have some news for them next time. All right? Peace out.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
So there we go. What do you think to that? Another one done, another one gone. Big thank you for watching. Big thank you for listening. Big thank you for being here. Before you leave us, if you haven't already and you think, maybe, just do it. Click those buttons. Click the like, the share, the subscribe, the comment. Comment and say, I actually love this podcast. It's my favourite podcast. 5 stars. Speaking of 5 stars, leave a review. A 5-star review. Obviously. Check out the website, thecookiecast.com. There we have social media links and an email button, and that way you can get in touch with us. And that is it for this one. Until next time, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then.
This has been another episode of CookieCast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share and subscribe.